Have you ever felt like you're living someone else's life? Like you're stuck in a role that wasn't meant for you? Maybe you're asking yourself, how can I discover who I really am? Friedrich Nietzsche, one of the greatest philosophers of all time, believed that true fulfillment only happens when we become who we truly are. But how do we do that in a world that's constantly trying to shape us? Today, I'm going to share with you Nietzsche's powerful philosophy that will change the way you see yourself and your journey of self-discovery. Get ready, because this video might just be the first step toward transforming your life. Become who you are. This phrase from Nietzsche carries a depth that goes beyond words. It's not just advice, but a call to action, an existential challenge for each of us. We live in an era where we are constantly bombarded by external expectations from society, family, friends, and even ourselves. These expectations often push us away from who we really are, molding us into distorted versions that only reflect what others want or what we imagine we need to be accepted. However, Nietzsche invites us to go beyond these social masks. He asks us to look within and find the authentic core of our identity. Become who you are is a declaration of freedom, the freedom to truly be who you are without apologies, without concessions. In today's context, this can mean many things. It can mean choosing a career that truly resonates with your passions, instead of following a safer, more conventional path that pleases others. It can mean adopting a lifestyle that aligns with your values, even if it goes against social or family norms. Think, for example, of someone who has always been pressured to follow a traditional career, like medicine or law, because that's what society values. However, this person has a burning passion for art or music. Following the expected path might bring a sense of security, but at the same time, it creates an internal void, a disconnection with the self. Nietzsche would say that this person is living a life of conformity, not an authentic life. The real challenge, then, would be to break free from these expectations and pursue art, embracing the risk, but also the joy of truly becoming who they are. Another example could be someone who hides aspects of their identity, whether it's their sexual orientation, beliefs, or even aspirations, out of fear of rejection or judgment. To Nietzsche, this would be a form of self-sabotage, of stifling one's true being. Become who you are would be the cry for this person to step out of the shadows, embrace their truth, and live fully, regardless of social consequences. In this sense, Nietzsche reminds us that the journey to becoming who we are is deeply personal and often solitary. It's a journey that requires courage to challenge norms, resilience to withstand criticism, and wisdom to discern what is truly authentic within us. But above all, it's a journey that leads to true freedom, the freedom to be, the freedom to create, and the freedom to live a life that is genuinely ours. In the end, there is no greater fulfillment than looking back and knowing that you lived according to your own truth, becoming, at last, who you truly are. Most of man's ideas are a false abstraction from realities, constructed by his desire for simplification. Nietzsche, with this phrase, warns us of one of the greatest dangers of human thought, the tendency to reduce the complexity of life to misleading simplifications. We live in an era of quick information, where everything needs to be condensed into a catchy phrase, a tweet, or a social media post. This desire for simplification can give us the illusion of control and understanding, but it often takes us away from the deep, multifaceted truth of reality. Life, according to Nietzsche, cannot be easily encapsulated in formulas or simple rules. The complexity of the world and human experience requires an approach that goes beyond ready-made answers. However, many of us fall into the trap of accepting superficial ideas without questioning them, because they offer us a sense of comfort or security. These false abstractions can be seen in all aspects of contemporary life, from politics to personal relationships. For example, think of political ideologies that simplify the complex reality of society into rigid divisions of us versus them, right versus wrong. These simplifications not only fail to capture the whole truth, but also divide people, creating a false sense of understanding and control. Instead of trying to comprehend the nuances and interconnections, We often settle for accepting simplified narratives that tell us what we want to hear, not what we need to know. Another example can be seen in how many people approach happiness and success. In a culture obsessed with quick results, we are often led to believe that there is a simple formula to be happy or successful. Whether it's buying a certain product, following a particular guru, or adopting a specific life philosophy. These ideas are seductive because they promise an easy solution to life's challenges. However, Nietzsche reminds us that true understanding and fulfillment don't come from following convenient simplifications, but from facing life's complexity and contradictions head-on. He incites us to question the ideas and beliefs we take for granted, to not settle for easy answers, and to embrace complexity as an essential part of the quest for truth. Instead of seeking simplifications, we should seek depth, be willing to confront the uncertainties and ambiguities that life presents. This might mean unlearning what we think we know, challenging our own assumptions, and being open to new perspectives that may initially seem uncomfortable or unsettling. Contemporary life, with its fast pace and constant flow of information, makes this approach even more challenging. We are constantly pressured to make quick decisions, form opinions in seconds, and follow the dominant current. But Nietzsche invites us to resist this pressure, to slow down, and to reflect deeply on the complex realities that surround us. He encourages us not to accept the superficial ideas that are offered to us, but to dig deeper, to explore what lies beneath the surface. Ultimately, this pursuit of a deeper understanding leads us to a more authentic and meaningful life. By rejecting false abstractions and embracing complexity, we not only become truer to ourselves, but also move closer to a truth that is richer, more complete, and ultimately more liberating. As Nietzsche teaches us, truth is rarely simple, but it is in its complexity that we find the path to becoming who we truly are. He who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow. This phrase from Nietzsche resonates deeply with the human soul because it touches on one of the most fundamental aspects of existence: purpose. The search for meaning is a constant in all our lives, and it's this purpose that gives us the strength to face the difficulties and adversities that inevitably arise. When we find something that gives us a true reason to live, everything else aligns, and life, with all its complications and challenges, becomes bearable. In contemporary times, where life can seem fragmented and directionless, the concept of purpose becomes even more crucial. We live in an era where distractions are abundant and the external pressures to conform to social expectations are intense. In this scenario, finding a reason to live that is authentic and personal becomes not just a goal, but a necessity for emotional and spiritual survival. Consider, for example, someone who works in a job that offers no satisfaction or meaning, only a paycheck at the end of the month. Day after day, this person might feel drained, without energy, because there is no greater purpose giving meaning to that work. Now imagine that this same person discovers a passion for writing, art, or helping others. Suddenly, even though the job is still the same, their life purpose has changed. This new purpose can transform the way they view their daily tasks, infusing each action with greater meaning. The journey to achieve this purpose, despite being difficult, becomes the source of strength and resilience. Another contemporary example can be seen in individuals facing personal crises, such as a severe illness or the loss of a loved one. Without a clear purpose, these experiences can seem overwhelming, leading to despair or apathy. However, those who manage to find a purpose, whether through faith, the desire to help others, or the will to overcome adversity to achieve a greater goal, find the strength needed to continue. Purpose acts as a beacon, guiding through the darkness and giving meaning even to the most painful moments. Nietzsche suggests that purpose is not something we simply find, but something we create. He challenges the idea that purpose is given or predestined. Instead, he believes we must actively seek and shape our purpose, making conscious choices that reflect our deepest values and passions. This means that, even in the most difficult situations, we have the ability to find or create a purpose that allows us to keep going. In contemporary life, where we are so often encouraged to seek happiness through superficial things, status, wealth, recognition. Nietzsche reminds us that these things, by themselves, do not sustain the soul. It is purpose, the deeper reason for which we live, that truly strengthens us and motivates us to move forward, no matter what life throws our way. So, the question Nietzsche poses to us is, what gives you the strength to endure life's challenges? What makes you get out of bed every day and keep going, even when things seem unbearable? By reflecting on this, you begin to uncover the purpose that can transform your existence from something bearable to something deeply meaningful. And once that purpose is found, it becomes the anchor that keeps us steady amid life's storms, allowing us not only to endure hardships, but to overcome them and grow from them. It is this purpose, this reason for living, that allows us not just to survive, but to truly live. Now stop and think, who are you today? And who do you want to be tomorrow? Remember, the journey to becoming who you truly are never ends. Nietzsche gave us the tools, but it's up to each of us to use them. If this video inspired you, if you felt that click inside, I want to invite you to take the next step. Subscribe to the channel for more content that will transform your life. Leave a like and share this video with someone who needs that little push to start their own journey of self-discovery. And remember, life is a blank canvas, and you are the artist. Keep painting, keep creating, and become who you truly are. See you in the next video.